again, you still have to be grateful. You have to have that gratitude, that feeling of gratitude for everything that you have. It's really sad when you ask somebody, tell me 10 things you're grateful for, and they can't, or even 3 things they're grateful for. What things are you grateful for? Could you name them? Could you have 10 different things you're grateful for every day for a week? That'd be 70 different things that you're grateful for. Yeah, it can be anything. Grateful for, being an American citizen, grateful for the air that you're breathing, grateful, for the house that you live in, whatever. But we have to make sure that we stay in that feeling of gratitude. So here's another quote. You are the creator of your life. And so begin by intentionally creating your day. So we know that our thoughts create what happens in our life, and we create our own reality. So why don't we start building that with intention? And how do we do that intentionally? Well, first we start with something that we desire, some interest in something. We pay attention to it and we expect it to happen. And that's how we create our own reality. Joe Vitale says, as soon as you start to feel different about what you already have, you will start to attract more of the good thing. So when you start to feel different about what you already have, when you start to feel that gratitude, you'll start to attract more into your life. And here's my favorite author, Wallace D. Wattles. He says, many people who order their lives rightly in all other ways are kept in poverty because of lack of gratitude. And that's in his chapter on gratitude. Imagine that. And he talks about, how you can do everything else right. But if you're not grateful and you don't do it with the intention of feeling grateful, then you still separate yourself from the good that you desire. So we need to be very careful about what we do. It says here, when you are visualizing what it is you want, you're building that image, you are emitting the powerful frequency out to the universe. And thought is very, very powerful. I talked about that a couple of weeks ago, how it is, like the speed of light. It's just super, super powerful. And so that thought gets emitted. What thoughts are you thinking? And that's what you have to be so careful about. You've got to think about the things that you want, not the things that you do not want. And then that's how you attract them into your life. Alexandra Graham Bell says, what this power is, I cannot say. All I know is it exists. So it is very powerful. This whole idea of attracting, and that's what he's talking about here, the attracting things to yourself. It's very, very powerful. Have this quote, the hows are the domain of the universe. See, you don't have to know how. That's not your job. You have to know what you want. Bob Proctor used to always say that. It doesn't matter what the hows are. It's what do you want? So the hows are the domain of the universe. It always knows the shortest, quickest, fastest, most harmonious way between you and your dream. And going back to my son, he didn't get on the travel team he wanted because that wasn't the answer. He didn't know that. The universe knew that. The universe knew that a different travel team would lead him to that scholarship. The travel team he thought he needed to be on was the wrong one because it would have never led him to that school that needed him and that could provide him with that scholarship. See, we don't know that. So we have to trust. We don't need to know the house. We have to trust that point A and point B will connect. As you see the picture in your mind and you feel it, you are bringing yourself to the place of believing you have it now. So you see the picture and you feel it, you get excited about it. You got to put your emotions into it. So you see what it is you want. You start to feel it. You get emotionalized about it. And then you start to believe it and then you get it. And that's just the way it works. Genevieve Brahan, who wrote a really great book called Your Invisible Dream, I think that's what it is. Invisible power, that's what it is. We all possess more power and greater possibilities than we realize, and visualizing it is one of the greatest of these powers. And we do. That's why my show's called Your Inside Power, because we have all these powers inside of us that we don't usually use. And visualizing is one of them. She also says, nothing can prevent your picture from coming into concrete form except the same power that gave it birth, yourself. Only you can keep that beautiful picture of your desire from coming to you. Nothing else is keeping it from you. The universe is willing to give you whatever it is that you want. But sometimes we're not willing to accept it. So keep that in mind. Nothing can prevent your picture from coming into concrete form except the same power that gave it birth, yourself. When you allow a thought or doubt to enter your mind, the law of attraction will soon line up with the one doubtful thought after another. It's not what you want. So we have to go back to that visualizing, believe that we